after I have got the answers from you, and I hope all of you can answer each of the 11 questions. Maybe we can go to the first slide. Can we go to the first slide, please? So, is this statement true or false? Inclusion body myositis is not associated with autoantibodies. Anybody saying true? Good. So what autoantibodies can be associated with inclusion body myositis? Right. I think that the session in the morning did its job. The next slide, please, which gives you the answer that these autoantibodies can be associated with inclusion body myositis. Next slide, please. Which option is true with respect to higher cancer risk in association with myositis? Is it? Okay, again, next slide. All of you have got the correct answer. And what are some of the other factors that are associated with increased risk of malignancy? Vasculitic skin lesions, ulcerations, these are also associated with increased cancer risk. The third slide, please. Can anybody explain why extractable nuclear antibodies are called so? Anybody? Anuj, anybody else other than Anuj? Anuj will know it. Anybody else? Otherwise we'll go back finally to Anuj.
Together from the nucleus, but they have to be. So in the plot, all these antigens are separated.
Okay, I think Anuj is the right person to answer it.
So nucleus is being broken by sonography, and whatever part gets solubilized in the upper part is called soluble nuclear antigens, and it is also called extractable, so that can be extracted from the cytoplasm. That's what I understand. I think I'm wrong, but
I think you're somewhat right. What I was looking for was rabbit thymic extract, from the nucleus of which you initially found these antibodies which were detected using single radial immunodiffusion. When you had the patient sera and you had the controls, and when there was a band formed that showed that particular antibody was present. So that is why, because initially rabbit thymic extract was used, the appropriate technical term is a extractable nuclear antigen test or immunoblot. Many of us call it an ANA blot, but that's not really what is the appropriate description. Next slide, please. Yes.
Nuclear antigens, because when you put nuclei in saline, whatever antigens get extracted in saline, that is being used in the center of that single radial immunodiffusion. So you do it by single radial immunodiffusion, and that is why it's called extractable. So those antigens which can be extracted in the saline from the nucleus.
Right. Thank you. What is the diagnosis here projected? It's not a very good image, but I think it gives the message. Loudly, please, whoever is answering. Yes.
I think it's either due to Duchenne muscular dystrophy or hypothyroid.
No, I'm sorry, that's not. It's not exactly calf. Yeah, it's one of the muscles involved is the calf, but it's not due to Duchenne's or hypothyroid. Any other answers? Yes, Professor Chinoy.
I know the answer, but I'll wait until if anyone else knows. So this is an infant with myostatin deficiency, and the grandfather used to work on the roads and bash pavements with a jackhammer because he was very strong as well. So it's a human case of someone with a myostatin deficiency, which then causes upregulation in muscle hypertrophy.
Yes, thank you, Professor Chinoy. In fact, the first time I heard about this was when I attended your lecture in 2014 in BSR, and this is an image taken from an NEJM article in which myostatin deficiency had resulted in that kind of muscle hypertrophy. And the relevance of this will come to slightly later. Question number 5, anti-FHL12 antibodies associate with which of these phenotypes? Mechanics hands, dysphagia and severe myopathy, arthritis, ILD. Yes, absolutely right. So all of you have been very attentive throughout the sessions. Next slide, please. What is the sequence of improvement of muscle enzymes once you start treating a patient with inflammatory myositis? I think again all of you have got this answer right. It's CPK followed by AST/ALT followed by LDH. Next slide, please. Yeah, the next slide. Which of these? Okay, I think this question is cancelled. AMPD1 decrease contributes to an increase in weakness is the correct option, which is already displayed. So we can go to the next slide and the one after that. Yeah, please stop here. Which of these contribute to the pathogenesis of muscle damage? Is it ER stress? Is it reduction of metabolic pathways? Is it an innate immune response? Is it an adaptive immune response? Any other answers? Can I have how many hands say all? Okay, I think all those hands that say all are right. Next slide will tell you that all of these do contribute to the pathogenesis of muscle damage, and probably the non-immune pathways contribute more, if not as much as the immune related pathways. Next question. Which autoantibodies are to be looked for in a patient with ILD? Anti-nuclear antibody, a myositis profile, a scleroderma profile, a ENA blot, or combinations of these? Any ideas? Yes, next slide please. All of these are to be looked for in the complete evaluation as of today for a patient with ILD. Yes, I agree. Anti-PR3, anti-MPO also should be looked for. Next slide. Can anyone tell this? Please don't move the slides further. Mechanism of action of arimoclomol, and in which type of myositis has this drug been explored? I think we go to Professor Chinoy, who will be the best person to tell about this.
So now it's heat shock protein 70 upregulates, is it? 70?
Cytoprotective heat shock proteins, it upregulates them. I'm not sure which one exactly.
Yeah. And the disease?
Inclusion body myositis.
Yeah, but the previous disease it's been trialed in.
I think it was in Gaucher's, if I'm not wrong.
Was it MND?
Okay.
Maybe.
So again,
Phase 3 is just completed in IBM in Kansas and in London.
it's important to understand that these newer drugs are being explored, including those drugs acting on the activin myostatin pathways. And although the results have not been great, but there have been some outcomes which have been favorably modulated. And can anyone here other than Professor Chinoy tell us the drugs that could modulate activin receptors? Yes. So bimagrumab is another drug that is being tried in inclusion body myositis in an attempt to help these already atrophied muscle fibers to come back. And coming to the final question, Next. Okay, if all of you have been attentive to today's lectures, you will be able to answer this. Which antibody profile associated with anti-synthetase phenotype in an Indian population, other than Dr. Pooja? No, no options here. Okay, who said row 52? Right. I think you got it right. Can you move forward? Yes. So with this, the quiz concludes, and I again thank all of you for staying back for it. Thank you.